You guys, they gave me this Hermes, and I can wear it as a chain. It's the Fendigraphy. Actually, I have two items from Louis Vuitton. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Abby, and I have a collective haul of all of the fun goodies that I purchased while I was in Barcelona. So if you are unaware, because you're living underneath a rock and you're not following me on Instagram, I was in Barcelona last week and I made a few purchases of a few luxury items that I had on my wish list. So now I'm back home in New York and I'm going to be showing you all of the items that I got. So I do want to preface this by saying that these are not all items that I just woke up one day and say I'm just going to go purchase. I mean, that's partially true, but not entirely true. So these are items that I've had on my wish list since 2019, I would say. And I wanted to purchase some of them in 2020, but the pandemic came. I haven't been to Europe since 2019, and now I'm finally getting there. So these are all items that I have been wanting for the past 2 years. If you are new here, my name is Abby, better known as the Rich Aunt, before it became popular, and my channel focuses on travel, fashion, and lifestyle. So if you like that kind of stuff, or even if you like me, or even if you don't like me, still subscribe. I'm new to YouTube. I'm trying to grow my channel, and I'm gonna keep screaming it. I'm gonna start by answering why I purchased these items in Europe. When you purchase luxury items in Europe, you get a ton of money in the tax refund. In Europe, the price that you see is the price that you pay that is inclusive of their VAT. Opposed to the US, where we have our prices, then the applicable sales tax added on top of that value. So for example, there's an item in Europe for 90 euros, you are going to be paying 90 euros. Now that item is here in New York, that's $90. It's going to be $90 plus the New York sales tax, which is 8.875%. So you're going to be paying plus tax, whereas they have tax included. So being that we are tourists, we get that VAT tax back because we don't live there, and that's applicable to the people that live there. So that's the pro of purchasing items in Europe as someone who doesn't hold a European passport. So like the US, how every state has a different sales tax rate, is the same thing for Europe. Every country has their own sales tax rate. My top 4, I'm actually going to do 5 countries to shop when you're in Europe are Greece with 24% tax back, Portugal with 23% tax back, Italy with 22% tax back, Spain with 21% tax back, and France with 20% tax back. Now, France has the lowest tax back, which is your tax refund, the percentage that you're going to get back. However, they have the most inventory. You're more than likely going to find what you're looking for there than in any of these other countries. Greece and Portugal has the highest tax back, but you might not find what you're looking for. Ireland also has a high tax back, but Ireland doesn't have a lot of stores, so that's why I didn't include it in the list. And the last time I was in Ireland, they literally had nothing. Like, there was nothing, literally nothing. I think I was able to purchase my Louis Vuitton belt there, but other than that, there was nothing there. In addition to getting the tax back, a lot of luxury items are actually already less expensive in Europe. So when a lot of these luxury items do come to the US, we do have to pay, well, not us per se, but there are additional fees added on top of it, such as import fees and all types of other fees. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, because this isn't inclusive of all luxury items, just certain houses, because certain luxury brands such as Cartier and Van Cleef, as I was looking at, they have the same price across the board. But with these brands like Cartier, I was able to save on the tax back. So I do not recommend going all the way to Europe to purchase one item. I do recommend creating a collective wish list so that you can save thousands and you can make your trip worthwhile, instead of going in to save 500 bucks, which would be the equivalent of like your flight and hotel and things of that nature. What you need when you're shopping is just your passport. So make sure you have your passport, because that is needed to prove that you're not European and that, you know, you will be exiting the country to go back home. Okay, so let's get right into the video. I think I'm gonna start in the order of my purchases. So the same stores that I went to in the Barcelona vlog are gonna be the order that I'm gonna open up these items. We're gonna start with Hermes. So they didn't give me a box or anything. I just got my little item in this little bag right here because it's half of an item. So what I purchased is this H belt buckle that I have been wanting for a very long time now. This is the matte. Yeah, look at that. This is the matte H buckle in a 32 millimeter that I am so in love with. I have a ton of belts. I have gold buckles, I have gold and silver buckles, but I didn't have any designer belts with just a silver buckle, or any kind of belt with just a silver buckle. So I was like, let me get a belt with just a silver buckle. So that's how I got here. Initially I did not want this. I wanted the one in the video. I actually have purchased that one and then I exchanged it for this one, and I'm happy that I did, because even though that was understated, it just was too skinny for me. I didn't like how skinny it was, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just go classic, because you can't go wrong with classic. And so here I am. I will insert the price for what it costs in the US and how much I paid after the tax bag and the conversions and all of that stuff, and it was a really good price. So Hermes does not sell the belt buckle by itself. You have to purchase it as a belt kit, which is the belt and the buckle together. So this is why I only have just the buckle inside of this dust bag, and it's not in a box, because the box has the belt in it and then the buckle is in the middle. You guys, it is so hard purchasing luxury items. So when I was purchasing the belt, they didn't have any belt in the color that I like in my size, so they had to order the color combination that I wanted, and I wanted the orange and the black combination, because I was like, oh, you know, it's gonna be cute, I'm gonna have a nice black for every day, I'm gonna have the orange while pop the color. So they were able to give me this, and then I had to go back to the store in like 2 days to go pick up the belt. So I was waiting for the belt to come in. The belt never came in, so I got lucky enough to get this without the belt. What I love about this belt is that it looks good with jeans, it looks good with dresses, it looks good with skirts, it looks good on your waist, it looks good on your hips. I just think it just looks good, clean and polished. So that's why I got it. So what do you guys think about Miss H right here? So this is how much the belt kit will cost in the US, and this is how much it costs in Spain with their tax back and their conversion. And I mean, that's a substantial amount of savings, and it was worth it. Next up, we have an item that had been on my wish list for this past year. I already did a video on a review on it, and it is the Fendigraphy bag, and I got it in this white color because silver is non-existent. So I went to Europe in hopes of finding the silver. I'm like, okay, it's not in the US, it might be in Europe. They didn't have it either. They said it was sold out in the whole Europe. Well, I watched too, because they checked the inventory of different stores. No stores had it, so I settled for this white color, which I still like. Just wasn't my first choice. You know how that goes. So here it is. So you guys would have already seen my review on this. Love this bag, enjoy it. I'm happy I got this color. It's gonna match with everything, opposed to that pink that I had that wasn't matching with nothing. So I'm excited about this, and I love her. So my next item is from Cartier. So if you saw the video, you would see I had two items. So I picked up a ring for Deb, and then I purchased this bracelet that has been on my wish list for myself. So let me give you guys a little story time behind this bracelet. This is not the bracelet that I initially wanted. I had to settle because shopping is a scarcity these days. So I originally wanted the Juste Un Cloud with diamonds. Didn't have the Juste Un Cloud with diamonds in my size, so I had to settle for the Juste Un Cloud without diamonds. I know, first world problems, you know, girl, it doesn't have diamonds. It's not the end of the world. I'm not saying it's the end of the world. I'm just saying that's what I wanted, you know? I wanted the one with diamonds. That's what I saved for. That's what I yearned for. But I'm still happy with what I got because I saved a lot of money on it, and I can always sell it and make back what I paid plus more. So here is the bracelet that I got. I got the Juste Un Cloud small or narrow without diamonds, and I think she's really cute. I really like her. This bracelet isn't like the other Juste Un Cloud. It just has a spring action, which I think is pretty cool. So, and it's very lightweight. So this bracelet is best for stacking. And how you put this on is you just slip it like so, like that, and then you just flip it or like that. So my experience in Cartier Barcelona was phenomenal. Like, they gave me so much stuff. Like, you guys, they gave me this, and I had to check my bag. You guys know I only travel with the carry-on. I was not leaving this, and I was not drinking it either. So they were so amazing, and they also gave me 2 mini ones because I was purchasing the ring for Dev. They were looking out. I got the cleaning kit, everything. Amazing. Top tier, highly recommend. They also gave me these perfume samples that I really love because when I'm traveling, I travel with perfume samples and not big bottles. And these smell so good. I'm going to link the sales associate that I worked with right below because he was amazing. David, love you, David. He was really trying to get me the one that I wanted, but it just wasn't there. He was like, I'm not there long enough. He was like, if I was there for about a week, he definitely could have gotten it in, but I want to be going there for 2 days and thinking that I'm gonna get something. So, but he tried his best. Well, I think I'm gonna keep this bracelet on because it's so cute and I've been wanting it for such a long time. So Cartier does have the same price across the board for all countries, pretty much, for the most part. So it's not like you're getting a great big deal of savings. But what I did save was getting that tax back. So let's say the item was $3,000 US dollars and it's $3,000 euro. So if it's $3,000 in the US, I'm still gonna have to pay that tax on top of that. So I'm paying more on top of that. But $3,000 euro, I'm getting that tax back. So I'm paying even less than US retail. So boom, boom, boom. A win-win situation. This is how much I saved purchasing this item in Spain. What do you guys think? Alright, so moving right along, the next item is going to be from Louis Vuitton. Actually, I have 2 items from Louis Vuitton. The first one is going to be this bag. Well, both of them are actually bags. But the first one is going to be this bag. And as you guys saw in the vlog, I had 0 intentions on purchasing anything from Louis Vuitton. Then I'm going to head back to do some more shopping. Probably get a Louis Vuitton this time. There's nothing from Louis that I really want, but if something catches my eye and a discount proves really well, I wouldn't mind purchasing. Wouldn't mind. I just stumbled across this bag and I said, I'm gonna get it. So that's the story behind that. I got this beautiful pink gradient bag. Hold on, let me turn off the light. I had 0 intentions on purchasing this beauty, and I'm happy I did. As we all know, Louis Vuitton's men's creative director has passed away, Virgil Abloh. He's also the creator of Off-White, and this is his last, if not his last, and this is one of his last. Because, you know, usually with things like this, people start creating for the future. So there might be more collections that he may have had his hands on. But they told me that this is his last collection with Louis Vuitton. So it's also going to be a collector's item. Not only that it's a collector's item, it's also a very nice and special piece. And when I purchase designer items, I like to purchase something with a little bit of oomph, a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of flair and personality to it. Like, I don't care for just a logo item unless it's a logo item with a particular shade to it. It has to have some kind of personality. I'm not purchasing a Neverfull or Speedy. That's not happening. But just an LV on it? No. So I love that this has the debossing, it has the hardware on it, it has the chain, it has the beautiful gradient. Like, it just has a lot of personality going on, and that's how I like my designer items to be. So this is how much I paid and how much I saved purchasing this item in Europe, and I mean, that's a great chunk of savings. I was like, as I said, I got 2 items from Louis Vuitton, and this one is my favorite. I don't know. Wait till you guys see it. Then you guys can figure it out with me. Look at this stunner right here. I don't know if it's the blues and the greens. Maybe because it matched my hat a little bit. I don't know. But this one, I was like, oh. And I originally wanted to get the Keepall XS, and I'm happy I did it because I'm happy that this has the shape that it has. So you get to see more of the blue into the green. Whereas the Keepall is shorter, so you don't see much of the gradient. It still looks good. But just this, I was like, oh, yes. This is what I'm gonna get. So I picked this one up first, and then I picked this one up second. This was my first choice, and then I was just like, I'm gonna get this one too. I was just totally sold on just the color of this alone. And this is how much I paid, and this is how much I saved purchasing it in Europe. And like I was saying before, like, this was a great chunk of saving. There was no L's in purchasing this in Europe because this is a piece that people want, and they're gonna want it more in the future. This piece can't even be found in the US. Like, I went to the store when I came back and I was like, dude guys, it was like we didn't even get it. We had like maybe one for a special client, but that's it. So I'm very lucky to even have this in my possession, and I'm really happy that I was able to find it in Europe. Louis Vuitton is one of those brands that actually does cost less in Europe. Just overall, the prices are going to be less, and then saving the tax back on top of that is just like chef's kiss. You know, we have a winner here. We have a winner here. All right, you guys, we are nearing the end, and this is a piece that I actually purchased when I was in Portugal. So when I flew to Barcelona, I actually had a 24-hour layover in Portugal, and actually Spain does not have any of this store, and it is Van Cleef and Arpels. So we just secure the bag. I'm still here. Since there wasn't a store in Spain, I knew I had to make this a top priority during my layover in Portugal, and everything was amazing. I actually reached out to the SA on Instagram before I got there and told her the pieces that I wanted. I had 2 pieces on my wish list, and this is the piece that I settled for because they didn't have the piece that I originally wanted, and these are the pieces that I wanted. I really wanted the gold because I wear a lot of gold. However, she said they're not making it anymore in Europe, so she just was unable to get it. So I had to settle for the onyx. That's a travel hack for you right there. You know, make sure you get your long layovers so that you can spend free time in another country. And I saved a great chunk on this as well. So we do get this beautiful green box, and it does have their little crescent on it. And just look how gorgeous this box is. Like, get into the box. Beautiful 5 motif Alhambra in onyx, and she's not what I really wanted, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, I love her so much. I love her, but I'd have been happier with the gold one. But this was a little bit cheaper, so there's a plus in that. So as I've been saying, I'm gonna be doing an in-depth review in a separate video of this piece. So they were not as generous as the Cartier store. I did get this travel kit, but that's about it. Cartier, I got the travel kit, I got the alcohol, I got a little bit of everything at Cartier. So I do have to take this to get lengthened. I am not shortening this bracelet. I am actually gonna lengthen it because I like the way it looks with one charm hanging off. So a lot of people may wear it like that. Even though it's going to be really hard for me to put it on by myself, I'm going to need help putting it on. I don't know. When we get there, we'll figure that out. But I'm going to get it lengthened because I also think that, you know, I can be versatile because this is very expensive. And I can wear it as a chain. And I really love the way it looks as an anklet. I might be the first girl to do that. I love it as an anklet. So I'm actually going to get it lengthened instead of shortened. They tell me that I do have 3 months where I can do any alterations. That is going to be completely complimentary. Even though I purchased it out of the country, all I have to do is take my receipt and everything, and I should be straight. My experience at Van Cleef was amazing. I had endless champagne. My SA, she gave me all the specs of everything. Unfortunately, they just didn't have a lot of inventory, and that's the sad part about everything. But I had a really good experience there. I was there for like about an hour and a half. She really took her time with me. Alright, you guys, you have made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. This is the end of my collective luxury haul, European edition. Can't wait to see you in my next European video because I will be going there more this year. I love going to Europe. Granted, I love going to every continent, but I love going to Europe to shop for my luxury items because I love to save money. You guys know I am the frugal queen. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up for the algorithm. Like I keep saying, I am a new YouTuber and I'm trying to grow. You know, the algorithm helps. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you comment below which is your favorite item. Any of these items you have been eyeing yourself. Do you like it? Do you love it? I would love to hear some feedback. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until my next video, The Rich Aunt signing out. Bye.